Hey guys, welcome back to Beaver's 3D printing. Uh, so I'm printing out these angels today for Christmas. Some angels there go on a Christmas tree. Got them on Make a World. You know, fun little. What is cool about this is like if you go to buy these ornaments at a store, it costs you a blessed fortune today. So I also made another lantern for my friend's his daughter. She's pregnant, so this is for the newborn, and this is what I made. Got this also on Make World. It wasn't hard to make. You just can't make it on the mini, you know. But yeah, this is what came out of it. And what I did was I had to modify the bottom. I wanted to put a hole through it so that I could put a what they call tea light in there. So just hold on, I'm gonna show you. Nothing's glued here, so you have the little guys, the little reindeers, stuff like that. And then I told myself, well, if we make a cutout and we could put this tea light in there, which was 36.9, almost 37 in diameter there. We could put this tea light, squeeze the tea light in there, and add just a little glue, crazy glue, just to keep it intact, because none of these are glued, so you could take them off the windows as well and stuff like that. But I wanted the light to be glued because I just told myself, you don't need to. This is a really nice bright bulb, and you don't need to change the tea light. So I decided to, like I said, have it cut out. Here's the switch, on and off switch, you know. It goes on, then you could turn, you know, instead of keeping these things on all night long, you know. And once you could take these blades off, because like I said, it's not glued on. These blades they're see that? They come off. They just fit in the groove, and that's all. And besides, this is not to be played with. So you could take these off, okay? You take them off, and what you could do is you could try to get the, I could take this off. You could take the whole thing apart, okay? And then just get to the screw inside here. See that screw, the plate, there's that screw there, and that's to change your battery. So you take the panels off, not the panels, but this part of the frame, take them apart, and then after that it's just going to be open. And this one here, this frame here is the main, you know, with the bow and stuff like that. And you just lift it, and then after that you'll just have the lower plate and the tea light, so you could just change the battery if you need. So, you know, I prefer doing it like that. You know, you guys can see it. You can see that. You see the switches there. There's a screw down there, so you don't have to mess around with the light, you know, all the time. So, and I made this with my Iligo. It's Iligo PLA. I used this one here. I used the marble. You can see that. And these little guys here, I used a silk copper. Yeah. And you noticed on the inside, see here, there's like a, geez, I don't know. Okay, right here, there's a film here, like I printed out these little windows, okay, and I use clear. And all you do is you just take a little bit of glue, and you just glue the corner, you know. Whoop. You glue the corner on the inside, glue the lower corner on the inside, and just put the little window screen on there, let it dry. You do it all for all of them. And they got these, it's like they have these little windows. See, you see what I'm saying? See, it's like these little windows. And so it was a fun print. Wasn't a hard print to do. Like I said, you could find it on Make World. I don't remember. Sorry for my hair, guys. I don't remember I'm not. I know I should keep the links, right, for you guys and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to do better about that on the next videos. From going to Make a World to do models, I'll start putting down the links of the fellas who do these designs, because these guys are really good. Yeah, and really this was really this. I made it, like I said, I made it on the A1, and everything fits. You know, everything just fit nicely. So I like it a lot, you know. This would also look really nice if it was red. A nice fire engine red or silk red. I was thinking of trying to print out in silk red, to see in the little figurines in white, silk white. You know, to see what it would. I'm sure it would look nice and stuff like that. But I'm not crazy about the silk red that I have, and I'll go get it. It's right here. And this silk red, I got this from doesn't even say where it comes from, and I'll have the box for it. It really doesn't say anything, anyways. It's not bad as a red, you know, but I would prefer maybe a darker red for this one. I'm not sure, but just make sure that it's okay. Look. You know, it's a nice red. It's just that I don't know. I'm not crazy about this red. You know, I prefer my fire engine red, which is, well, my spools are here, so I just throw them away right now. This is a fire engine red. This is a really nice red. This red is beautiful, man. This is like, when you look at it, when it's being printed using this one, it's like I find the color, that red, it's fire engine red, but it looks like a rose petal. The shadows, the darker parts, when you're looking at the shadow of the red, like, you know, it reminds me of a petal. It's a very nice, very nice red. And this one, you could get it at Isan, and you know they get them. You could get these for really good prices. You know, $18 a roll. You know, Canadian. I'm talking about. You know, and $18. I like to pay that. You know, $18 for these rolls. You know, so you wait for when it goes on for sale at Amazon and stuff like that. Whatever you call it, Prime. Oh my goodness, I gotta go get my haircut. I'm sorry, but yeah. So, in my silk white, my silk white is this one that I use. This is a nice silk white. I use this on the Grinch. If you see my shorts, on my short, you'll see the Grinch there, and the white. I use the The white that I used was from this, and this is from the iBoss Color Silk White. It's a nice white. It's a really nice white. I find it's a really Christmassy white. Thunder, would you stop, please? My dog, I'm always looking for something. And so, yeah. Oh, just a sec. Sorry. Had to put the dog out. Anyways, so yeah, so that's what I've been doing this week. So this is the second lantern. The first one is going to, like I said, it's going in my last video as a decoration up in the store, my friend's store. And this one is a gift from my friend's daughter, who, for her, to put in the room, in the baby room. It doesn't mean that it has to be Christmas to turn this on. You know what I mean? She could always. It's a night light. So I find it's very bright, and it does what it needs to do. So my A1 Mini, guys, is down. A1 Mini has been working like a maniac for the last close to a year, maybe more than a year. I don't even know. I don't know. But she's over extruding. Under extruding when my first layer sucks. First layer is really bad. So I'm gonna take a video of my A1 printing out something simple, and I'm gonna pause that video, continue with the A1 Mini, do the same thing, for example, because I want to send one video, I don't want to send two. And then after, I'm going to video the first layer of the A1 Mini. The same project as the A1 was doing, the A1 Mini is going to do. Just to prove to Bamboo Labs something's faulty about it. I checked behind, when you have the. Let me see if I still have this piece. I'll take a look. I don't know if I still have it. I would throw it away. But anyways, I don't know. I guess there's so much junk. So it's just the when you work on when you take out the nozzle on the A1 series, when you take out the nozzle and you got these screws there. I took out the back end, not back end, the heating block assembly. That's the heating block. That's that whole thing. So I take it out and then I turn it around and make sure that there's 4 screws there. I make sure that they're nice and tight, and then after that I put it back in, and then I have to screw the other ones nice and tight, then put the nozzle back in. Then I went to reset from reset from the factory settings. I went to there, and then after that they let it recalibrate itself and stuff like that, and I don't know. There's something strange that it's not correct. That it's not. It's the. I don't know. It's not that first layer is garbage. It's too squashed down, and it's tuck. The extruder. And I had this other print that I was trying out on the A1, and I changed the nozzle. I changed my nozzle from the 4 to this is the 4 here. This is my. Come on now. This is the my 4.4 nozzle, which looks just fabulous. It's no problem. I took this one out, and I told myself, well, I wanted to try the number 2 nozzle. because I had to do this fine print and stuff like that. So I went to the slicer, brought in the project, went into Bamboo Slicer, and went to settings in the slicer to make sure to turn it to 0.2, because you know you're going to slice to 0.2. And in the machine itself, I went to maintenance, and inside maintenance you could see there's options to use a 0.2 nozzle to 0.4, and I put it down to 0.2, see? And at 0.2, when you use the maintenance, it asks you to recalibrate, you know, re-level the bed and all this using that 0.2 nozzle. So what I did was, okay, no problem, I did that, and did what it had to do. You know, I find didn't make any sense, because why would you want to use the, anyways, it's just, I guess it's the theme, you know, noise cancellation and all this stuff, and vibration and whatnot. So, you know, let it run, and then it did what it had to do and stuff like that. So now the machine right now, it knows that it has a 0.2 nozzle inside of it. The slicer knows that I'm slicing with a 0.2 nozzle and all this stuff. So there shouldn't be any issue. So that when I go to slice the object or whatever, okay, it's good. Then I send it to the machine. Forget it, man. It's just terrible. I can't seem to print what it just doesn't want to. So I told myself, okay, well, I guess I'll just contact them again about this issue. And what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to have the Bamboo A1 doing a job, and I'm going to put the 0.4 nozzle back in, because there's no point with the 0.2 anymore, especially if I'm trying to show customer service. So I'm put the 0.4 back inside the A1 Mini, and then both are going to have the same project. The A1 is going to have the same one project, the A1 Mini will have that same project, so I could film both of them at the first layer stage, and so I could send it to Bamboo and say, what happened all of a sudden that this thing doesn't want to print, you know? And I don't want to play with the machine with screws or the YX the YX and Z stuff. I don't want to touch. I'll let Bamboo tell me I'll let them tell me what they think. I don't know, maybe it could be that the strap is the belt is loose. It could be anything here. I don't know. This part I've never played with, and I don't understand why it did that. But these machines they're going through a lot. These machines are going through a lot of stress. It's like, that's what I was saying the other day. You know, like the AMS guys. Could you hold on? I'm just gonna bring the dog in. Sorry, guys. I had to let the dog in. But anyways, like I was saying, I'm gonna send them this video this weekend. They'll do it tomorrow. And when I'm gonna wait to see what they say, because you know I like my A1. My A1 this printer is on Isakosh. It's a very, very good printer, and I just don't want it to, you know. I want to keep this guy running, you know. I'm sure I don't have any warranty left on this guy or whatever, but hopefully they could help, you know, resolve the issue. You know, my A1 is running fantastic, the A1, and my dog wants to play now. Good old Thunder. Right? Yeah, good boy. He's a good boy. Really, really good boy. And I got my A1, not the A1, the HI. The HI is running, you know, you have an issue. What's cool about the HI is, like, I've changed the hot end on this thing, on that thing, for, like, I changed it twice. Which one? You know, I changed it twice, and had to clean up and stuff. Now I got new fans. Didn't install them yet, you know, and stuff like that. But I got new fans. Sorry for the camera shaking. The dog is trying. Come here. You want to see the glue? Come. Come up. No. This is my guy. This is my boy. Yeah. You see? Look at him. He's such a baby. This guy, he's unbelievable. He's going through a lot. He's going through training, but he's good. He's good right now. He hasn't done anything wrong in the house, or he loves his cat, his buddy man, and he's very cuddly and stuff like that. Okay, Stacy. And the only issue I'm having with him now is this: he doesn't eat anything, doesn't tear anything up and stuff like that. Okay, he doesn't tear anything up and stuff like that. He just likes to communicate with his jaw, you know. And I'm working on that now, telling him that you cannot, you can't use your jaw. You can't use your jaw. But he's learning slowly. He's a very, very good dog. So yeah, like I was saying, the Creality HI, it's so simple. If something happens to it, it's to fix. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good machine, and I don't care what people say. It's a good machine. Now it's time to get an XY core. I need an XY core machine for these other things that I want to do. And I can't use it. I can't. A bed slinger, going back and forth like that, and you got this thing this pretty big model on there. You're gonna, tend to fall, and the supports, or they break, or so I prefer to have a machine that's like XY core, and it just says going down. It's just the bed is going down, and it's the nozzle that's which less friction, I assume. Also, I bought this glue. I got it on Amazon. It's called GT16 by G-Tech. And I'm not affiliated with these guys or anything like that, and they never asked me anything. And besides that, I don't even have the counts, But anyways, I got this glue stick, and you can see there it's for 3D printing and stuff like that. This stuff really works. I'm impressed. It really works. And I got a pack of 6. I think a pack of 6. I'm not too sure on YouTube. Not on YouTube, but on Amazon. It wasn't expensive for a pack of 6 of glue. I've had this, and you don't have to. A lot of people. Oh, I don't want to use that because it sticks too much to the model and stuff like that. You don't gum it. You don't have to gum the bill plate. Once done on the bill plate, there's so many. Don't put this on every time you're printing. Because the residue, the leftover is still there all the time. So when I put it once, I could print like 10 different models, and they're still gonna stick to it. And when I say stick to it, it still sticks to it. So I do recommend this, but just don't go crazy. Just put what you want. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it, and just use it once, and print as much as you can until you notice your prints are not sticking anymore the way they want and stuff like that. Wash your bill plate, and with the down, that's what I use. I wash my bill plate with down, and then after that, if I need, and then put it back onto the machine, I apply, because this bill plate has been scratched and all this other nonsense, and I told you about that. And Bamboo sent me a new one because I don't know what happened with my hot end at that time when it was calibrating. It just ripped right into my bill plate. So ever since then, like, this build plate, since I don't care about much of it, so I put some stick glue on there, and like this, I've done 6 projects on so far on the mini, not on my mini, but on this one here where the lantern is on there, down there. This is my A1. Yeah, this is, you know, this, sorry for the shake and stuff, but just put a little bit. Well, like I said, this is just a crappy build plate because it got scratched and stuff. But I still use it. My new one that they sent me, I have it here somewhere. I don't know where I put it, but it's got to be here somewhere. And I got so much to do. And I keep telling you guys, yeah, I'll take care of it. I'll figure it. I never take care of procrastinating. So, oh, just a sec, guys. Sorry, I found it. So, you know, they sent me the. Anyway, see, they sent me a new one for the A1, but I told myself I don't need to use this one right now until I really destroy it, because it's still working. Sorry, it's still working. The A1 with this build plate using the glue. So no point in you need to change it. Not for now, anyways. So that's it, man. That's it, man. So, like I said, man, this is quite a nice piece, you know, especially for kids. Look, Christmas is for some, you know. Don't forget, you know. I don't like to, you know. I always, you know, for me, it's I still have that kid inside me, so. And I always found Christmas special, even though there's, you know, my mother and I are the only ones around, but, and I can't go down, depending how the weather is, I can't, you know, spend time like on Christmas with her and stuff like that, but, you know, I make it up to go down in spring, like Easter and stuff like that. You know, three or four times in the summer if I can. But the winter, it's more difficult because of the road conditions and, you know. But anyways, this for kids, like I said, this is, well, for kids, babies. You know, Christmas is about babies, man. That's what Christmas is about, babies. And I find that this piece here is just a wonderful piece to create and to give to your loved ones. You know, it's free on Maker Place, man, and Maker World. You know, the guy who designed this is super. I mean, everything is it's well calculated, no issues. It's not hard to put together and stuff like that. You know, I modified the bottom plate on it, you know, so I could put my install permanently the light on there. You know, but I find it was great. So I hope you guys go on Make a World and you know, print this out too. You know, next time I'm gonna try to keep track on where I'm getting my stuff and stuff, so I could leave you some links, because I'm not doing that. But anyways, so that's it, guys. This is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say and stuff like that. I know, but hey, let's thank my subscribers. And I got subscribers. I got, you know, not many, but I got subscribers, man. You know, so I appreciate these guys. And the more I get used to what I'm doing and all this stuff, the more I'm gonna get into more complex, because I don't want to say things that don't make sense or confuse people on 3D printing and stuff like that. So I prefer to, you know, I know a lot about it. It's just that I know I have problems expressing things. So, you know, having a YouTube channel, it helps, you know, a person like me to communicate with others. So anyways, again guys, thank you very much for my subscribers. Sorry for my hair and the way I look tired and stuff like that, but I'm doing okay, and I hope you all doing okay. Like, share, subscribe, it helps grow the channel. And hey, we have a lot of time left before Christmas time. I mean, before we finish printing for Christmas, we got some time to go. We got at least a month and so days to go, and we could do some more things. So I'll keep you guys up to date on what I'm doing. The next things I'm doing, they're just little tree ornaments, you know, balls and stuff like that. And I got this also from Decor. I don't know if you guys could see that. Only thing I didn't like was the creator didn't make a top for it. You know, it's like, what a drag. But that's what I'm going to be doing now, is making these little trinkets to put on your Christmas tree. So stay tuned for the next videos, guys. Hey, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Stay safe. We'll talk to you on the next video. Bye-bye, guys.